Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be replacing the center console on my C3 Corvette 1978. The pressed board backer was pretty bad. While I have the seat out, I thought this would be a good time. And real quick, let me just show you how it's attached. There's 3 screws. There's one there, and one down there. And they attach with a screw that looks like this. And that screw is literally just buried in the carpet. And I'm doing this looking through my phone, so bear with me. And it just hits somewhere in here. So just like that, okay? Okay, so this is the old one that came out of the passenger side. And I had to buy a new set, and I'll show you here in just a second. But it was broke, and it broke even after somebody tried to patch it. Now, I did not try to do this. I don't know who did. But the problem is this would not allow this to sit right like it's supposed to, and it always bulged out. And I'll show a picture of what it used to look like. The driver's side had the same problem. So for the purpose of the time, I'm just going to film me replacing the passenger side because the seat's out and I can get some good shots of it. The driver's side works the exact same way. However, it is worth noting that the driver's side and the passenger side are shaped different. They are not interchangeable. So I ordered some. They came in. They arrived safely. Here's the information. Okay, so just real quick, so this is the passenger side, which we're going to be doing in this video, and it's different because you can see this shape right here. This is the driver's side. It doesn't have that. It's shaped differently. This is shaped differently in here. Anyway, you get the idea. So this is a vulnerable point, and as you can see, this broke twice. However, I will say, when you buy the replacement, I gotta tell you, it feels stronger. They advertise that the press board that they make today, as opposed to 45 years ago, is stronger, and I actually believe it. I don't think it's just a sales gimmick. This replacement pressed board feels a lot stronger than this. True, this is 45 years old, but it just feels like it's a better material. So, all right. And if you've been following my channel and you're saying, when is this guy ever going to make part 2 of restoring the seat? I'm getting very close. As you can see, I'm starting to get things set up here. I've got the frame repainted, and that's coming up. I'm waiting for one more thing to come into the mail, and then a weekend where I don't have something going on, and I will be making part 2 to restoring the seat with the leather and all that. So that's coming up. I promise it's coming up soon. But for now, we're going to be replacing this center console, the board, the backer board. And here on my channel, I always put safety 3rd or 4th, maybe 5th. Depends on what I'm doing. So on this job, there's not going to be any clowning around. We do have a job supervisor on site. So, you know, safety glasses, all that stuff is going to be out and about because we do have a job supervisor. So things got to be done right. You make sure they get things get done right, don't you, buddy? Huh? All right. Okay, so I real quick wanted to do a dry fit, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. You know, I don't have the carpet on it, obviously, but I just wanted to make sure it fit in there right. And it does. You can kind of see that groove was, and how that notches out for this ductwork here. Okay. So, yeah, everything is pretty where it needs to be. This is still a vulnerable point. I was very careful with that. But Basically, it slid up underneath there, underneath the slip, underneath the dash there, underneath this right here, and very pleased with the dry fit. So I think it's time to take it back out and let's get some carpet on it. It's worth mentioning, this guy was in the garage helping me, but decided he wanted to come back out here. All right. Okay, so now I need to take the carpet off of the old, and the carpet's actually in pretty good shape. I cleaned it up, hit it with a little Resolve and some water, and anyway, so the carpet is naturally wanting to fall off. Somebody's, jimmied it, and okay, so anyway, oh wow, that's coming off easier than I thought. Okay, put down here so the camera can see. It's the other half. I got a spot on here. There we go. Oh my gosh, it just came right off. So, okay, so next I'm going to use this toothbrush, not in my mouth. No, not in my mouth. I'm going to use it to clean up some of this. I've just got a little bit of Fantastique. I'm going to spray in here. It's got a little bit of loose stuff that pulled off with that the other press board, and I want to try to get it cleaned up. Oh gosh, yeah. That's, let me see. Make sure the camera can see that. Okay, so I hope the camera can pick this up. I'm doing this looking through my camera to make sure. Yeah, so right in here, there's a lot of loose stuff, and then some of us. Okay, so now I'm just cleaning this up with water. I don't want any of the Fantastique residue to stick around, because pun intended about that, by the way, because I'm going to be laying the adhesive, and I don't know about having Fantastique residue on this, so it's not taking much. I'm just trying to last a little bit with just simply water to take care of that. Okay, so the water has dried, and this is the good side of the carpet. This is the back side, and I'm going to be spraying this with adhesive, and then you're going to see me flip this over and put it there and then press it on. So and I will show you what I'm using. This is, I'm not being sponsored by these people or anything, but this is what there's lots of sprays out there. This is what I stuck with, pun intended. All right, so I've got all this set up. It's dry. I'm going to be spraying. Water's dry. Everybody's sober. Close enough. All right. Okay, so this spray is not coming out very well, but it is an older can, but I'm still gonna, yeah, it's not spraying very good. Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, it just shot craps. I have a backup, that's fine. So I'm going to switch over now and use this. And again, I'm not being sponsored by these people either. The other can was kind of old. I wondered if that might happen. Nothing against that product. I'm sure it's fine. So this is a newer can. I'm going to go to it. There it goes. Okay. Make sure you get good coverage. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was hoping to see. Spraying both surfaces. Okay. And I really don't want those bubbles on there, but it'll be fine. Now I'm going to spray this way. For good coverage. And you should wear a respirator and make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. And make sure you wear chemical gloves, this kind of thing. And all joking aside, though, don't do anything if you've been drinking. That's just me being silly. Okay, so that is that. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, and now that needs to sit for a few minutes. It's been my experience with this stuff that it's usually good to sit for 5 minutes or so. You want to get a little tacky. You don't want to unite them just yet. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and this is the part that makes me nervous, but I'm going to unite these, and here we go. I'm just going to start here. And the nice thing about this stuff is, boy, it stinks. Ugh, sorry. The nice thing about this stuff is it does allow you to pull it back up if you need to. You can, and I'll show you. I hope the camera can, yeah. You're not 100% committed right away. It gives you about a minute to make adjustments. Okay, so I've got it where I want it. That looks pretty good. Nope, that's about that there. Okay, see that console. That was what that was. Yeah. Okay, yeah, then that's where the seat is. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just making sure this is for sure where I want it. And it's there now. Okay, so it's been probably 30 minutes. It's pretty much set up. I just wanted to show that I left the carpet a little proud coming around this edge. Okay, and then back here, this is where your seat is. So back here is a little proud too, a little proud down here, and I'm really proud of how it all turned out. So anyway, it's dry, so there it is. Okay, so I'm trying to make this a quick video, and I keep finding things to bring up, and I didn't want to bring this up, but when I did my dry fit, this seatbelt deal was kind of a nuisance. I mean, I was able to do it, but still. So I want to loosen it up. And of course, like most everybody, I have one of these little Swiss Army knife things with all the different sizes. Let me tell you, and I'm not being sponsored by anybody, I wish I was, but this kind of thing is what you need. I can't tell you how many times where I've got this out and it comes down to these big deals here with the socket. I'm not trying to make a big deal out of this big deal, but it's a big deal. And now I need both my hands. Okay, so I am just going to loosen this son of a biscuit eater up a little bit. Come on, baby. Yeah, there. I don't know that I need to take it all the way off. Just There, just give me some room. So while I had it out, I just took a wire brush and just cleaned it up a little bit. Hey, look at that Christmas stuff that somebody still hasn't put away. Okay, so now I need to get these 3 screws started on the other side of these holes. And I've been thinking about it, and I don't really know a good way to do it, so bear with me. This is the only thing I can think of, and this might be the splatter-ass way to do it. If somebody has a better idea, please comment below. But I'm going to drill this like this through the carpet, and I don't really want to, but there's that. I'm going to get it in through the other side. Okay, so I've got the 3 screws started, okay, and then once they're in, I'm going to pull back these and try to bury them in the carpet, because that's how it was. And I'm sorry if you can hear all the background noise. These goddamn leaf blowers, I tell you, they're going to be the death of me. Can't stand them. Can't stand that noise. Anyway. Okay, so there it is, and now I'm just gonna try to jimmy my camera stand. I'm not doing a very good job of it. There, and I'm just gonna try to put it in place. So if I start out like this, and there's a wire, there it goes, and just bring it straight up underneath. Should sit underneath everything. There we go. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so I'm kind of using this center. Can camera see this? I'm kind of using this center as my guide. If it falls in place, the other 2 will fall in place as well. And the difficulty is trying to keep this there, right there. Okay, that's nearly got it right there. Oops, I'll try that again. Okay, there. Okay, so I've got the center one in, and what I had to do is just stick my finger underneath there and feel where it goes. And I've left it loose. I haven't cranked it down yet. So theoretically, I had to get my fat butt in here. This one should be lined up. And so I'm going to go for it next. So I'm pretty happy with this. And the carpet really hides that screw. Anyway, I'm just going to screw that one in next. Okay, so the other 2 are in, and if you see, this is, zoom out, you can see, if I pan out. So now this one should be lined up. If you remember where they go, it's kind of a slot, so it's pretty forgiving, actually. So let me, yep, it's hitting. It just naturally hit its spot. All right. Okay, so there's the finished result. I am very, very happy with how that turned out. Yeah, you can't even see the screws. It's amazing how that just hides. I've got a little bit of glue to clean up here and there, but very happy with the way that fits underneath there. Yeah, I'm just pleased. It was much easier with the seat out. I mean, a person could do it with the seat still in, but it is definitely much easier with the seat out. But I'm just thrilled with how that turned out. You saw the pictures before. Yeah, wow, super happy with that. Gang, I'm excited. Okay, so as a bonus, I thought I'd show the other car that you've seen me film other projects on. Oh boy, sounds like another cheesy cross-promotional deal. Well, hang on. In addition to the Corvette restoration, I also film many other projects, just some general car maintenance. I've done some barn finds, and even especially car shows, and even especially vintage car commercials, and even especially burnouts, and even especially sing-alongs, and even especially barn finds. And so I've seen this, and so if you're familiar with my channel, you see me do a lot of projects with this, but I've done things like shown how to fix a punctured tire, stuff like that.
Really? That sounds pretty good.